On today's episode of Love Lessons with Joe, I want to talk about why is there's like a strand of my hair here. Let's talk about being selfish and being selfless. Months ago, I had a conversation with my friend Rossi, and she asked me at what time I used to wake up when I worked for the school system, and I said at 5:30 a.m. Then she asked me, well, at what time you used to go to sleep? I said around 9:45 p.m. being the latest. And she said, how come that you're kind of like now working for yourself in some shape or form? How come now you don't go to sleep at that time and you don't wake up at that time? How come you put your employer on a higher pedestal than what you put yourself? This conversation needs to be had because growing up, I saw my parents slaving themselves for these jobs, not taking care of their own needs, right? Not doing self-care, not taking a day off, not putting let's go out as a family and let's do fun stuff. I saw my parents putting the needs of other people before they even put my own needs. As a child, your needs go before the parents, right? I saw my parents always overextending themselves, doing stuff for other people. And not even taking a break, not taking the time to think, let me just relax for a second, right? And so they saw that as being lazy or they're being selfless by always doing stuff for other people. But when it came to them, those same people never gave them back that same energy. Have you not noticed that sometimes you give energy to people, but when it comes to you, those people don't keep that same energy? Why is that? Because when you're being selfless, you're not being smart, right? Selfless means that there's less of you, right? Selfish means as long as you're not going around overstepping stuff and trying to like be evil to people, there's nothing wrong with you saying, you know what, for this time being, I'm gonna set up a boundary and I'm gonna do stuff for myself, and that energy that I get to some of the people, I'm gonna give it back to myself. I'm not trying to be Jesus Christ. I'm not trying to be Moses by parting the Red Sea. I'm not going to sacrifice myself for other individuals if it's unnecessary. At the end of the day, people have to learn themselves. No matter what you tell people, if people are not ready to make those changes, they're not just going to do it. If people are not ready to wake up from something, they're not going to wake up no matter what you do. So, in my opinion, the best way to teach people and guide people is by you leading the way. By you leading the way is you doing the things that you want other people to do for themselves. If you want someone to lose 20 pounds, right, and you are overweight, you trying to tell somebody else about their body while you are neglecting your own body is not assistant. Showing them the way is this. Okay, they're overweight, I'm overweight. You know what I'm going to do? I'm about to start exercising. If you cannot afford gym membership, I'm about to go jog at 5 in the morning around my neighborhood, and I'm going to change how I eat, right? And then I'm going to lose the 20 pounds, and then look, I'm going to show them. So then they can look at you and be like, oh, that's an example that I want to follow. But when you're telling people to do stuff that you can't even do for yourself, that's not you leading. You're trying to fix somebody and you're doing self-avoidance, right? Because you are neglecting your own needs because you're doing some kind of projection and there's some kind of ego imbalance in you that needs to be fixed.